Season's greetings, everyone. I wanted to send a Christmas message for stakeholder shareholders and those that are interested in the company in December 2022 after a challenging year, but wanted to point out also that we're in the early stages of a third cycle of a significant gold market coming, and so wanted to provide a shareholder update on some of our activities through the year. And the prospects for us and the work initiatives that we plan for 2023 on our Ballarat project in the Yukon Territory. So I've got some slides ready that we'll run through. First of all, the profitability of the operation that we have in Brazil. It's been another profitable year. We've made more than $2 million in revenue and about 1.65 in the first 3 months of this year in net income, and with a high profit margin, about 85%. We expect to be able to open 2 further quarries in 2023. So we look to be able to expand profitability of that operation. It's been a very good and successful quarrying operation for us in Stakeholder. It generated cash and allows us to really control our treasury share issuance. I've also got some slides that relate to the 2016 work program that we undertook on Ballarat, and it provided 3 significant targets. And the slides also show they're derived mainly from the YMEP report that we submitted in 2016. They show the new claim area that we staked in 2016, and the 3 anomalies that we have, follow-up anomalies, gold anomalies, that are currently in place on the Ballarat project, that all merit follow-up. And also outlines the Northern Gateway Road and its transit through the claims. So without further ado, let me just get going on the slides, and I'll talk you through them as we go. Thanks. Okay, so our December 2022 highlight. Here we are. Gold discovery potential at Ballarat with capital, disciplined capital structure today at 13.1 million shares outstanding. Cash flow and our high potential alpha from gold discovery prospects still in the Yukon Territory. Common shares, 13.114 million shares out as of December 2022. No options, no warrants, very high insider ownership and institutional ownership with one significant institution from the UK at about 8%. This is our slide for revenue growth in the first 3 quarters of 2022. So making about 600,000 gross revenue in the in each of the first 3 quarters, just over 600, and gross margin about 1.65 million in the first 3 quarters of 2022. So we have increasing cash flow, and of course, there's no debt in the company. In 2023, we expect to add 2 new quarries in Brazil, so increasing revenue with those additional quarries. Margins expected to be roughly the same. Margin expansion from stone cutting and selling directly into our market, and to continue with our carbon reporting. So new quarries, margin expansion for this very profitable business expected in 2023. The profit margin of 1.65 million in the first 3 quarters of this year, annualized, it equates to almost 20 cents a share in earnings. So we're trading at about 1.6 times, at just over 30 cents a share here. We're trading at 1.6 times earnings with an 85% net profit margin, and earnings expansion, margin expansion, and revenue growth expected in 2023 with the addition of new quarries. So that's been our very profitable operation in Brazil. We're now going to talk a little bit about the stakeholder claims in Ballarat. For those that are familiar with it, remember that here we have a claim map for Ballarat. This is the white gold company in green. This is the Newmont here with the coffee project in gold. And then this is the Danman claims colored in purple that was purchased by Newmont in 2019. So they are acquisitive in the area, and Agnico Eagle, Kinross, but Agnico Eagle in particular have taken up their option in white gold, so they continue to be shareholders. So you have really the first and the third biggest balance sheet in the biggest and the third biggest balance sheet in the gold business are active in the white gold district. And here's the stakeholder claims basically right in the heart of the white gold district of the Yukon. And they're building this road. It's the Northern Gateway Road through, and then we have 10 claims down here in the Yukon, in the coffee project. This is coffee. So this is a close-up of our claims. There's 3 zones that have identified gold anomalies already on the coffee on the Ballarat project, and then we have the newly staked claims in the south that I'll go through in a sec that also represent targets that we'll be doing work on in 2023. So we have the northwest zone, the eastern zone, and the Skyer zone. This is where the Northern Gateway Road will come through from Dawson down to Coffee, and it goes for about 11 kilometers on company ground. This diagram here shows the white gold district and the extensive discovery. So here's our little Ballarat claim group that we talked about. This is the coffee. You can see all these ridge, Ryan Surprise, the BG deposit, Golden Saddle, Betty Ford, Casino deposit. So there's a north-south trend through the white gold district. This is coffee on the south, Golden Saddle, and this is where the Ballarat claim group is here. Multiple million-ounce potential and up north of million-ounce deposits, heap leachable with great leach kinetics and decent grades and lower strip ratios that represent economic gold deposits in the white gold area. So active interest, safe jurisdiction, and the first and the third biggest balance sheet, and then Kinross also actively involved in expanding their footprint in the white gold area. So this is our claim map from YMAP taken 2016. These were the original Ballarat claims. And these in purple are the new claims that we were able to stake in 2016 that we continue to hold. This is Ballarat Creek. You can see here Ballarat Creek, from which more than 30,000 ounces, almost 40,000 ounces of gold, recovered gold, came from Ballarat Creek and placer mining. It's upwards of $75, $80 million of gold came from placer. So the source of the gold in Ballarat Creek is located, the headwaters are here somewhere on the Ballarat claim group, or here on the new ground that we staked that also has drainage to the west into the Ballarat Creek. So this is our claim outline for Ballarat with the 3 areas, the northwest zone, the Sky zone, and the east zone. And there are multiple soil anomalies and testing certainly in rock samples, several rock samples that have yielded above 1 gram. So they're targets of merit still. And again, no work has been done in the southern area. And this is Ballarat Creek. And you can see topographically from this map, the drainage to Ballarat Creek basically all comes from the Ballarat claim group in one way or another. So there's high prospectivity on this area that has yet to be sampled, soil sampled and surveyed. And then there's prospectivity in these areas that have identified gold anomalies that provide drainage to ultimately to the Ballarat Creek. So again, this is from the YMAP report 2016. Here's the northwest zone, anomalies in there, gold in soils, and the drilling that we had undertaken there. As yet, further drilling can be done. And this is the east zone and the Sky zone. They were both provided significant soil anomalies. Follow-up provides gold in soil anomalies, and then gold in rock samples of 1 gram plus material. So again, 0.8, 0.7s from a very small group of rock samples that were taken for the Sky zone, the eastern zone, and the northwest zone. So in aggregate, the market cap of Stakeholder today is around $3.2 million, $3.5 million. We have 13 million shares outstanding. We're on an annualized basis about 20 cents a share in earnings. So we're trading about 1.6 times earnings. We expect to be able to expand our operations in Brazil and increase cash flow in 2023. And we will also return to exploration on Ballarat. So for comparison, the market cap of Stakeholder today, with 13 million shares outstanding and a 32 cents a share price, is about 3.5 million Canadian dollars. The project to the south, the coffee project, was sold from Kaminak to Gold Corp in 2016 for a price tag of $526 million. 50 plus million, about a 150 times the market cap of Stakeholder today. All of the interest that was initiated in the white gold district by the gold majors in the form of the Newmont acquisition and the further acquisition of the Daman claims, and then the take up by Agnico Eagle of their participation in white gold, and Kinross's ongoing shareholding in white gold, suggests that the balance sheets are significantly interested in the white gold area of the Yukon. So with a $3.2 million market cap, we are at the absolute bottom end of our trading range since the company started in 2011, and we intend to revert. We're in the nascent stages of a gold market, and in the last 3 significant gold cycles, towards the end of the gold cycle, in every instance, Yukon plays started to move and really started to accelerate. And then the game changed materially in the last cycle with Sean Ryan and his work in the in ground truth and the sourcing of gold deposits that were contributing to the significant placer gold mining that has been going on since 1896 in the Yukon River, and in our instance in the Ballarat Creek and some of the other tributaries to the Yukon River. So we expect that in this gold cycle there will be renewed interest in the white gold district, and that our prospects for having significant and material discoveries on the ground that we have right in the center of the white gold area could merit a potential very significant revaluation for the company without the issuance of further shares, because we can undertake this work with cash flow that we're generating successfully from our quartzite operations in Brazil. So I am looking forward to a very dynamic year in 2023. Thank you for your patience, and really look forward to providing some updates as we get into an exciting gold market again with our property, and start working again on our property in the center of the white gold district of the Yukon Territory. So thank you very much indeed. Have a wonderful season, and we look forward to 2023.